Hey everybody. Um, just doing a quick live to talk about the upcoming weather and about the weather that's going on over in the western part of the United States. We we're gonna look here at the National Weather Service. You see that we have red flag warning over in good chunk of the Montana area, and then we have that excessive heat watch um, in California. We're going to start off with the excessive heat watch over in the northern part of California. Um, as you can see, it's the excessive heat watch is for 11 a.m. Saturday, July 27th to 11 p.m. Sunday, July 28th. Temperatures in the valley and the foothills highs are from 100 degrees to 110 degrees, and the lows are 67 to 77. We will look at that in depth a little through the National Weather Service website in a brief minute. We're gonna look at the temperatures from 11 a.m. Saturday to 11 p.m. Sunday on WSV3. WSV3 is a radar program that I use. Now we're going to go to Saturday. Now this is just models, so um, entirely until I will look at the National Weather Service site and I will see um, what it looks like. How far can we go out on? No. Alright, so we'll use the NAM. Look at this is 10 a.m. So the temperature in the California, not Californians, um, up in the northern part of California, roughly from 67 degrees all the way down to where that red flag or that excessive heat watch. This is at 10 a.m. on the 27th. So anything roughly between 67 degrees and 78 degrees, according to the NAM model. Um, as we go in 1 p.m. on Saturday, you can see that has gone up from about 90 to the low to mid 90s and the upper 80s at 1 p.m. Now we're getting up into the hundreds. So in that same area, at 1 o'clock was 92. At 4 p.m. it's gonna be roughly around 100 degrees. Sorry, I didn't switch over to the WSV3. So now we're looking at 7 p.m. Most of the area is in the hundreds, from Los Angeles all the way up into Redding, California. 10 p.m. still in the mid to upper 90s. 1 a.m. This is on Sunday. 1 a.m. on Sunday. It's gonna be in the mid. Why is this not wanting to work? to the mid 80s to the upper 70s. This is at 1 a.m. in the morning. Unfortunately, I can't go any farther than that. But let's switch over to the National Weather Service. And we're going to look at their temperatures. So you can go to the www.weather.gov, and you can, if you're in this area, you can go there. Today, the highs for these areas. I'll just do this. So the excessive heat watch was issued. Oh, now it doesn't want to cooperate with me. Must be trying to update their. Why is this? Um, so the National Weather Service in Sacramento, California, stated hot weather expected across interior and northern California Saturday and Sunday. High pressure building over the area will bring temperatures well above average on Saturday and Sunday. Widespread temperatures of 100 to 110 degrees are likely in the afternoon, which may impact those who are more sensitive to the heat. Temperature Saturday night will only cool to about 67 to 77 degrees. Excessive heat watch in effect from Saturday morning through Sunday evening. National Weather Service in Sacramento has issued an excessive heat watch, which is in effect from Saturday morning through Sunday evening. Temperature highs to 100 to 110 degrees, low 67 to 77. If you have heat sensitivity, I would suggest not to go outside or limit your outdoor activity. The heat advisory is in effect from 1 p.m. to 8 p.m. 1 p.m. Thursday to 8 p.m. Friday. This includes the city of Anvil, Coling, La Bando, Mento, Merced, 5 Points, Hanford, Lemoore, Corcoran, Fresno, Goshen, Vizela, Alpa, Delano, and Bakersfield. The excessive heat watch now in effect from Saturday morning through Sunday evening. I just read that. National Weather Service in Hanford has issued a heat advisory, which is in effect from 1 p.m. Thursday to 8 p.m. Pacific Daylight Friday. Temperatures from 101 to 106 Thursday and Friday. 104 to 109 Saturday and Sunday. So, like I said, if you're sensitive to heat, try to limit your activities outdoors and drink plenty of fluids and try to stay out of the sun. We're gonna go to this red flag warning. It's really, really dry up here in Montana. Red flag warning conditions. Forecast conditions: winds west 25 to 35 miles per hour, gusts up to 50 miles per hour. Temperatures 80s to the lower 90s. Relative humidity is 15 to 25%. So any spark, man-made or nature caused, may cause new fires. So it's pretty dry up in the areas of Montana. Now we'll talk about the severe weather. Severe weather today, very kind of limited. They put out a mesoscale discussion for parts of North Dakota, parts of Montana, parts of Wyoming, and parts of South Dakota. The issuance of this severe thunderstorm would be 40%. Summer isolated severe thunderstorm will be possible this evening across parts of northern high plains. Wind damage and hail will be primary threats. Weather watch issuance cannot be ruled out across the region this evening. So, the Storm Prediction Center issued a 2% risk for tornadoes. Wind, it looks like it's mainly going to be a wind and hail event. Tornado is, you can't rule out a tornado. But isolated to scattered large hail and severe wind gusts are possible this afternoon and evening across the eastern Montana into the western Dakotas. Now tomorrow. Tomorrow, there's a big... tomorrow is going to be a day that's, if there can be enough sun, that we could see large hail, damaging wind, and possibly 1 or 2 tornadoes. I know that National Weather Service have been talking that damaging winds and tornado is a big threat, as well as flooding. The large hail is not really looking to be the main threat on this storm. But we do see a chance of a tornado as well tomorrow in somewhere in the Minnesota area. So they're in a slight risk. Fargo, St. Cloud, Minnesota, Moorhead, Minnesota, Watertown, South Dakota, Wilmer, Minnesota. They're in the slight risk. The marginal risk is Minneapolis, Sioux Falls, South Dakota, Duluth, Minnesota, Sioux City, Iowa, and Plymouth, Minnesota. So I'd suspect that there's gonna be a severe thunderstorm warning or watch issued for tomorrow. Possibly a tornado watch. Whatever kind of happens tomorrow, they'll see what's on the agenda, and then we will look at that through the... I am going to turn on the chat so you guys can all talk. I can see your questions. Okay. I will be right back. Alright, I'm back. So tomorrow we're looking at possibly damaging winds and a tornado threat. Can't rule out large hail because that just, you can't rule that out. Now we're going to look over here. We're going to go to the WSV3. We're going to go up here to and we will take out, or we'll do the HRRR. Let's do that for this right now. Hey, Jessica. The HRRR, we're going to do reflectivity. This is at 5 p.m. Central Daylight Time. You have a little bit of a thunderstorms moving north of Miles City, moving to the east. They should they should be favorable and producing possibly a tornado, as well as large hail in this instinct and damaging winds. As we move forward during the night, I see the biggest threat for storms in the Montana area to be around 8 p.m. Central Daylight Time. That would be 7 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time. Mountain Standard Time, my bad. Now, at about 9 p.m. Central Daylight Time, the storms are past Billings, Montana, and will be moving south of Miles City. This is according to the HRRR model. This is at 11 p.m. Central Daylight Time. 12 a.m., we have storms that are to the east of Rapid City. Some look possibly to be severe, so we will have to see. But I would say that there probably will be a few severe thunderstorm warnings south of Rapid City tonight. So if you're in that area, expect to see a few thunderstorm warnings. Same with up near Dickinson, just east of Miles City. Tonight, you might see a few severe thunderstorm warnings for localized flooding, and maybe brief large hail in isolated areas, and then damaging winds. Tornado threat really is not a factor tonight. Now we'll go to tomorrow. We're going to go to the NAM 3K. Tomorrow round. Let's go back tomorrow at about 8 a.m. So remember, this is models. We don't know what's going to happen, really, until we get closer. So 6 a.m. it looks like west of Grand Forks, maybe seeing some thunderstorms, some heavy rain. West of Fargo, near Valley City, just east of Jamestown, maybe seeing some thunderstorm or two. I don't think 6 a.m. I don't think we have a tornado threat right then. Tornado threat will start roughly between, I'd say, the hours of I'd say the hours of about 7 p.m. Up here in northern Minnesota, near International Falls, north of Bemidji. I'd say there'd be a good bet that we may see a few tornadoes up there. Now, coming back into North Dakota, yeah, slight risk. We can show you that the slight risk for day 2 is why isn't this wanting to load? There's day 2. So the slight risk is mainly eastern, southeastern for the slight risk on for the North Dakota area, and then you got that east part of South Dakota that's in the slight risk from about Sioux Falls, just a little bit north of Sioux Falls, up the border of North Dakota and Minnesota, and then you got a good chunk of anything west from Minneapolis, all the way up to the International Falls, the border of Minnesota and Canada, is all on a slight risk. That slight risk is going to involve large hail, damaging winds, and possibly 1 or 2 tornadoes. Yeah, I can't rule out a tornado at this point. I've been looking at a few different models and different soundings, and um, the ingredients will be there. So there's a possibility of a tornado. What I wouldn't rule it out. That's Let's just put it at that. I wouldn't rule it out, but guarantee there's gonna be damaging winds and isolated large hail. Now, as we get into 9 p.m. tomorrow, these storms are still up in the north. We have a storm down here near Aberdeen. Will that storm keep producing or grow in strength and get bigger? Uh, According to this model, it doesn't look like it's gonna. Um, we still have that line of thunderstorms that are going to move through Bemidji at around 10 p.m. So be aware if you're out on the lake or near Bemidji area um, that there's possible for large hail, damaging winds, and an upreef tornado. Now at about midnight tomorrow, we got this line that's coming from about the North Dakota Minnesota border, just south of Fargo, near um, near Fergus Falls, Pelican Rapids, all the way up to Cook, Minnesota, and it's going to be moving east southeast. The storm will be well developed around Pelican Rapids area, just to the east of Pelican Rapids. Like I said, there's still, even at 1 a.m., there's still a good chance that you might see a brief spin up or even a funnel cloud. Tornadoes at night are very dangerous, so be aware. You might have a long night tomorrow night. Walker, Park Rapids, you might see some large hail, damaging winds. The major part of the supercell should be dying down when it's coming down from when it hits about Bemidji area. It's gonna lose some strength because the sun's not there. And then it should become into a, I wouldn't say a squall line, because its south part of it should be broken up by the time it hits Duluth. I don't think it's going to be still connected, but Duluth should be getting some rain probably within the net within see, yeah, so as you can see over here, Duluth will probably be getting some rain, thunderstorms at about 4 a.m. on the 26th. So that would be Saturday morning at 4 a.m. Duluth should be getting some thunderstorms. No, that's Friday morning. Yeah, that's Friday morning. 4 a.m. Friday morning. My bad. I had to rethink that. So the line is just near Duluth. Now remember, this is a model. We can't take this 100%. We can't even take it 75%. I would say this is about 45% chance that this would turn out like it's showing right now. So Friday has a moderate risk, or not a moderate risk, marginal risk for Minneapolis, Ironwood, Eau Claire, Michigan, Wisconsin, my bad, Rhinelander, Rice Lake, Wisconsin, and then the general risk is Green Bay, Madison, Milwaukee, Mason City, Fort Dodge, Des Moines, Iowa, Sioux City, Iowa, Sioux Falls, Brookings, Watertown, even up into the St. Cloud, Brainerd area for that morning. So by the time the morning commute, be waking up, if you live in the Ironwood area, the Rhinelander, um, I don't know any big cities really that's up there. Rice Lake, Park Falls, Wisconsin. You should be waking up to thunderstorms, um, downpouring rain. I wouldn't worry too much about um, the the hail threat because it's overnight. There might be some pea-sized hail, very unlikely, but I would assume probably some lightning, just a regular thunderstorm. Flash flooding for sure. So we have a severe thunderstorm. I'm gonna briefly check this out before I end the stream. We had thunderstorm just north of the California and Mexico border. It's 3/4 of an inch size hail and 60 mile per hour winds. You got a flash flood advisory for north of that area. The radar is not wanting to work in that area. We have a severe thunderstorm watch south of Winslow, Arizona. Oh, you know why they're not wanting to work? It's because I have them turned off. So we have inch-size hail, 60 mile per hour winds. It's gonna mainly stay over rural areas. Let's go check out this one by in California. So mainly we got some thunderstorm wind gusts, 40 to 60 miles per hour. Mainly doesn't look. Now the area that's heading into Rapid City, South Dakota. For everybody that lives in Rapid City, South Dakota, you have a storm just to the west of you that it could be producing up to an inch and a half of um, hail, 60 mile per hour winds. I would say there's probably quite a bit of water and lightning or quite a bit of rain and lightning in this area. So if you come into flooded roadway, turn around, don't drown, kind of thing. But Rapid City should be should stay south of Rapid City, but I would say probably within the hour, Rapid City should be getting a storm of some sort. And then you have some storms popping up in the North Dakota, South Dakota areas. Really can't decipher. Way too far out. So, other than that, we have no. You have that tropical storm that's, or now a tropical depression. Um, Down in the Pacific. It's basically everything everything that's going on. Heat, I will check the. This is this is for 5 p.m. Central Daylight Time. We're gonna go about 7 p.m. and I'm gonna point out. So San Jose 83, L.A. 90, Phoenix 100, Las Vegas 100, Salt Lake City 92, Billings, Montana 84, Central Montana, Great Falls 81. You got Bismarck, that's 83, Rapid City 96. You got Denver, that is 92. This is all at 7 p.m. New Mexico, Albuquerque, New Mexico, you got 90. You got Dallas, 86. Houston, 86. Kansas City, you got 81. Minneapolis, you got roughly about 80 degrees. Chicago, you got 76. Memphis, you got 79. Jackson, you got 76. You go to Atlanta, Georgia, you got 81. Charlotte, you got about 79. Richmond, Virginia, you got 77. Pittsburgh, you got 72. Detroit, 74. New York, 74. Go up into Maine, 61. This is at 7 p.m. At 7 p.m.'s temperatures, roughly. We got Portland, and then Seattle, and Boise. Did I get everywhere? And we can actually clear that off. And I will go Friday at about 3 p.m. We'll do the same thing for you. Yeah, Seattle about 72. Portland, San Francisco. Was San Jose? Come on. San Jose 86. Bakersfield 107. LA 92. You got Phoenix. This is on Friday. 108. Las Vegas around 100. Albuquerque, New Mexico 90. Dallas, Texas. You got 90. Houston, you got about 90. Oklahoma City, you got 86. Kansas City, 86. Denver, 90. Rapid City, 90. Billings, roughly 86. You got Fargo, 86. Minneapolis, 81. Sioux Falls, 89. Omaha, 87. You go down into Miami, Florida, about 90. New Orleans, 85. Memphis, 83. Atlanta, 85. This is at 3 p.m. So, be 4 p.m. in eastern side. And if you go on to the coast in California, that's about 1 p.m. And you got Chicago, 80. Akron, Ohio, Detroit. You got New York, Washington, D.C., and Maine. Yeah, Seattle, Portland, Boise. So that's temperature for Friday around 3 p.m. Central Daylight Time. So you want to go 1 p.m. Saturday, Central Daylight Time. You got San Jose. You got 90. This is switch to 7 a.m. Yeah, let's do it that way. So this is the GFS model. So near San Jose, you got 101. Near Los Angeles, you got about 90. Phoenix, you roughly got about 105. Las Vegas, about 100. Denver, 80. Dallas, you're pushing 93. Houston, 90. Omaha 85 roughly, Fargo 81, Minneapolis 84, yeah, Chicago at 82, Memphis you got about 85, New Orleans about 85, go down to about Miami, you got roughly close to 90, Jacksonville 90, Savannah 85, New York, Washington D.C., Boston, Toledo, Detroit, Indianapolis, Lexington, Kansas City, Oklahoma City. It's for the 27th. So I'm going to wrap it up. Be cold up in Alaska. Into Canada, Alberta. It'll be warm. And I'm going to be ending the stream here. Thank you guys all for tuning in. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the Wednesday. This is a short video. I was going to just do a video, but I just decided to do it live. Just a quick live. But if you haven't followed me on Twitch, hit that up at twitch.tv/EagleKidJames. I now have a sub button. I do storm chasing on there. I play the truck sim. I play different games on there. So head over to Twitch, twitch.tv, EagleKidJames. Make sure you head over to my Discord. We will be talking on Discord after this stream. See you later, Juju. See ya, Jane. See ya, Ashley. See ya, Bill. See ya, History. See ya, see ya, Kyle. See ya, Jane. Have a good day. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. If tomorrow I work, so if somebody goes live, it will be Bill. If he goes live, he will let you know in the Discord. Everybody have a wonderful evening. Take care. Stay out of trouble. Love y'all. Thank you for tuning in.